You know how they do best in show for like dogs where they like trot them out? And like, they do it for like horses too? Oh, shit. You good?
Taylor's gonna kill me.
One family, infinite chaos, and zero dull moments. Welcome to the Kelce Cinematic Universe. First up, Travis Kelce has a minor heart attack after accidentally breaking something very precious in Taylor Swift's house. And then, Taylor clears the air on why the Super Bowl halftime stage keeps missing her era.
And that's not like an official offer or an official like a conference room conversation.
It's just a
like our
feeling
teams
out.
are really close. How does she feel about it?
And speaking of charm, Donna Kelce's Traitors co-star spills on how Travis wins people over instantly.
He is so charming and so sweet and so kind. Hey, I get it. This is why
It's
you
upsetting
married
how
a
charming he
billionaire.
And finally, Kylie Kelsey's snow day turns magical when her kid fully commits to Frozen-level drama.
And he was deep in what I'm going to call a one-woman play, that she was Elsa and she was creating the snowstorm that was happening outside.
If there was ever a moment that perfectly captured why the internet cannot quit Travis and Taylor, this was it. 1 second it's laughs, brotherly chaos, and Super Bowl hype. And the next, it's a grown NFL star realizing, far too late, that he may have just committed a household crime in Taylor Swift's living room. The kind of crime that doesn't involve police, but does involve an intense side eye, a long stare, and possibly a very quiet but very serious Travis. The clip instantly sent fans spiraling because it wasn't polished, planned, or PR safe. It was raw, chaotic, and painfully relatable, which is exactly why people couldn't stop replaying it. The whole thing unfolded during a teaser for an upcoming Super Bowl episode of the Kelce Brothers podcast, where Travis was casually recording from what sources say was inside Taylor Swift's home. The vibe was relaxed, the jokes were flowing, and Jason Kelce was doing what Jason does best, rambling into a random analogy that somehow made sense only to him. He had compared something to show dogs trotting around in competition, and that comparison absolutely sent Travis.
You know how they do best in show for like dogs where they like trot them out? And like, they do it for like horses too? Oh, shit.
Travis laughed so hard he threw his head back like a kid who just heard the funniest joke of his life. That's when fate intervened, or gravity, or karma. A sharp crack cut through the laughter, and in an instant, the energy in the room completely shifted. Sources say the sound alone was enough to make anyone's soul leave their body. Travis went from pure joy to instant horror, freezing mid-laugh as he processed what just happened. He fell backward, eyes wide, doing the mental math of how expensive or sentimental that sound might have been.
Are you all right, Trev?
We're good. Jason, ever the supportive older brother, immediately clocked the disaster and reacted with the verbal equivalent of, "Bro, you messed up." Travis, meanwhile, went straight into panic mode, blurting out that Taylor was absolutely not going to be happy about this.
You good?
Taylor's gonna kill me.
Insiders say the fear in his voice wasn't exaggerated for laughs. It was the kind of fear you feel when you know you've crossed an invisible but very real line. What made the moment explode online was how domestic it felt. This wasn't a red carpet Travis or a touchdown celebrating Travis. This was, "I broke something in my partner's house and I don't know how to fix this," Travis. Fans immediately started speculating about what the mystery item could have been. Was it something rare? Something aesthetic? Something with deep emotional value? Or just something fragile that existed way too close to an NFL tight end with zero spatial awareness? The podcast team leaned into the chaos by teasing the episode as dangerously funny, which only fueled the internet's imagination further. What really sold the moment, though, was how casually Travis admitted defeat. Instead of trying to play it cool or brush it off, he went straight to the universal truth that no amount of fame, money, or Super Bowl rings can protect you when you mess up in your partner's space. This kind of dynamic is exactly how the couple operates behind closed doors, playful, grounded, and very real. Taylor, according to insiders, wasn't portrayed as some furious pop icon looming in the background, but more as the unseen authority figure whose disappointment would hit harder than any actual yelling ever could. Because just as people were laughing about cracked objects and domestic chaos, the internet immediately pivoted to its other favorite question, why Taylor Swift keeps saying no to the Super Bowl halftime stage. And no, before anyone sharpens their conspiracy pencils, this isn't some dramatic power move or secret feud with the NFL. It's actually way less messy and way more on brand for her than people want it to be. Every year, like clockwork, Super Bowl season rolls around and Taylor Swift's name magically appears in halftime show rumors like it's legally required. This time was no different. Before the NFL locked in Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl at Levi's Stadium, whispers flew around that Taylor had once again turned down the biggest stage in American sports. The chatter got louder because of her very public connection to the league, and obviously her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce. Put those ingredients together, and suddenly everyone's acting like she personally ghosted the NFL. The reality is a lot less cinematic. There was no dramatic rejection, no official offer slid across a glossy boardroom table, and no moment where Taylor dramatically said no while staring out a window. According to sources, what actually happens is much more casual and, frankly, kind of boring by internet standards. When her name comes up, it's more like a temperature check than a contract negotiation. People behind the scenes reach out, ask how she's feeling about it, and that's about as far as it goes. No deadlines, no choreo meetings, no fireworks. Taylor apparently addressed the rumors head-on recently and made it clear that fans wildly overestimate how formal these halftime conversations are. She explained that the people who produce the show are friendly with her team, so sometimes it's just a quick check-in to see if the idea even makes sense. That's it. No paperwork, no pressure, no dramatic will she or won't she showdown, just vibes and timing.
Jay-Z has always been very good to me.
Yes.
Our teams are really close. They sometimes will call and say, how does she feel about,
Yeah.
and that's not like an official offer or an official or like a conference room conversation.
And timing, according to sources, is the entire issue here. Taylor isn't anti-halftime show, she's anti-divided attention. With Travis playing deep into the NFL season in recent years, her focus stays glued to the game. Planning a Super Bowl halftime performance isn't like throwing together a cute acoustic set. It's months of rehearsals, choreography, production meetings, and mental bandwidth. Taylor reportedly doesn't want to be in a rehearsal studio counting beats while her partner is out there getting tackled by grown men moving at terrifying speeds.
I am in love with a guy who does that sport on that actual field. Like, that is violent chess. That is gladiators without swords. That is dangerous. I am, the whole season, I am locked in.
And while fans were still busy overanalyzing Taylor's scheduling logic and NFL season priorities, the spotlight casually slid over to Mama Kelce and her surprisingly iconic side quest on reality TV. Because yes, Donna Kelce didn't just raise two NFL legends, she also walked into a castle full of mind games and left a lasting impression on everyone, including comedians who definitely didn't expect to catch feelings over kindness on a show literally built on betrayal.
I know I'm the sacrificial lamb, but I think I'm gonna go, but you got yourself a traitor!
Comedian Ron Funches recently opened up about his short but intense run on the Traitors, and somehow the emotional core of his entire experience circled back to Donna Kelce, and by extension, her extremely charming son. According to sources, Ron and Donna clicked early on, forming a bond that stood out in a game where trusting literally anyone is a terrible idea. That loyalty, while wholesome in real life, apparently set off alarm bells among other players who were busy side-eyeing any act of basic human decency. Ron described the whole experience as mentally exhausting, wildly intense, and something he was grateful for but never wanted to relive. Think prestige drama meets emotional boot camp, except with more cloaks and whispered accusations.
It's one of the most intense, unique experiences I've ever had in my life, ups and downs, like a long Scorsese movie where I'm like, oh my God, I learned about me, I was thrilled, and I never want to watch that again.
Which one?
Somewhere in the middle of all that chaos, his soft spot for Donna became a liability. Other contestants reportedly started wondering why he was so protective, and in Traitors logic, that basically translates to guilty by association. Insiders revealed that Ron's respect for Donna didn't come out of nowhere. He had met Travis years earlier when Travis hosted a game show, and sources say Ron walked away instantly impressed. Travis apparently came off as effortlessly charming, warm, and weirdly thoughtful, the kind of guy who checks in to make sure you actually made it inside the stadium after inviting you to a game. That energy stuck.
Travis Kelce. I worked with in between his time as a world champion. We worked together on Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? I never met this man in his life or my life.
Yeah.
He is so charming and so sweet and so kind. I get it. This is why you marry a billionaire.
Ron reportedly figured that anyone who raised someone like that had to be solid.
And so I knew whoever raised him was good people.
So when he finally met Donna, he treated her accordingly.
So when I met who raised him, I was going to treat them with respect and love and joy.
And just when it feels like the Kelce family couldn't possibly get any more wholesome or chaotic, the spotlight casually slides from reality TV castles to snow-covered living rooms where imagination runs absolutely wild. Because while adults were stressing about games, gossip, and group chats, Kylie Kelsey's house turned into a full-blown Disney production, thanks to a snow day and a tiny director with very strong creative opinions. During a heavy snowfall, Kylie's toddler Bennett decided this was not just a weather event, but her moment. Instead of napping, chilling, or doing literally anything low effort, she reportedly cast herself as Elsa from Frozen and launched into what can only be described as a one-child Broadway show. Bennett fully believed she was responsible for the snowstorm outside, which honestly tracks, because that is exactly the confidence level Elsa herself operates on.
And he was deep in what I'm going to call a one-woman play, that she was Elsa and she was creating the snowstorm that was happening outside. So we were all unwilling audience members for that one.
Kylie later shared that this was a one-woman play with no intermission and absolutely no opt-out option for the audience. Everyone in the house was forced to attend. No tickets, no snacks, just vibes and snow magic. The performance involved dramatic movements, intense focus, and the kind of commitment that makes you realize toddlers would absolutely dominate community theater if given the chance. Apparently, the snow day festivities didn't stop there. The Kelce household leaned fully into cozy chaos by revisiting a classic movie moment. After hearing a certain iconic song from a certain early 2000s teen film, the kids collectively decided that Lizzie McGuire was non-negotiable viewing.
We did do a snow day activity of a movie. We watched the Lizzie McGuire movie because the girls heard the final song, "This Is What Dreams Are Made Of."
Kylie reportedly inflated a twin air mattress, piled everyone under blankets, and created what she probably envisioned as a wholesome bonding moment.
I blew up a twin air mattress and they got on the twin mattress.
Naturally, insiders say it immediately turned into sibling warfare because all four kids wanted the same blanket and absolutely refused to compromise.
Of course, argued over who was stealing the most blankie, because why would we get 3 blankets? Why wouldn't we just try and share one and then fight over it?
Despite the madness, sources say Kylie takes these moments seriously in her own way. She's been open about trying to model positive self-talk around her daughters, even on days when she's exhausted, overwhelmed, or just over it. She's very intentional about how she speaks about herself around the kids, knowing they're always watching, always absorbing. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.